Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're just giving everyone a few moments, a couple minutes, and then we'll get straight into it. So bear with us, and yeah, we'll be cracking on and getting into it very shortly. Welcome, everyone, for joining. We're going to start momentarily. We've got people joining right now. So yeah, just give us a moment, and we will kick straight off. We'll get straight into it. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining. Welcome. This is a joint workshop with Zipsale. So let's get straight into it, no preamble. Today is about one thing. So why some stock sells and some just sits there. And the difference is not luck. Even when you think you've done everything right, you might find that items just do not sell in the way that you'd expect and do not sell on some platforms versus others. So we're going to talk about some platform specifics, look at eBay and Vinted in particular, and why our generic reselling advice ultimately falls short. So by the end of this session, we'd love you to leave you with a framework that you can use. And we're going to show you around both Aistetic and Zipsale to give you a sense of how these tools, these solutions can help you. So here's a real scenario. Same item, same price. So Ralph Lauren Polo listed on Vinted, 22 quid, 3 weeks, no sale. Same item on eBay, sold in 4 days. Not luck, not timing, but the buyer on each platform is a completely different person. So before you start diagnosing why something sells and why something does, you really need to understand the platform specifics. And that's what we're getting into today. So as context for that, the first thing we want to get into and discuss is sell-through rate. If you're going to track one number, this is it. So just to be abundantly clear on this, like sell-through rate is items sold over total listed divided by 100, measured over a 30-day window. You can measure it over different horizons. We strongly recommend to look at it on a monthly basis. And as an indication, if you're under 10%, you've got a pricing or listing quality problem. It's time to act. 10 to 30%, okay, survivable. Plus 30%, you're strong. So source more of what's working and continue what you're doing and accelerate that, if anything. Now, the thing that a lot of people miss is the sell-through rate on eBay and Vinted can be wildly different. It's very unlikely to be the same number. eBay doesn't surface sell-through rate automatically. You've got to look in the seller hub, and Vinted doesn't actually sell-through rate at all. Now, we're going to talk about both and look at the context and the data. In the case of, if you are using Aistetic, the platform, we actually provide that level of data, so you can get the sell-through rate across eBay and Vinted, and compare the two and analyze and use that to drive and help you decide ultimately, right? So let's look at eBay first. So why things sit on eBay, what to check first. So eBay, as we know, eBay's search driven, it's got Cassini. So we recommend looking at three things in this sequence. So the first is the title. So title is very, very important. Cannot say that strongly enough. If you have a weak title, if you are not factually describing with item specifics your clothing to buyers, it's going to be invisible. They're just not going to see it. So the first thing to check is impressions in Seller Hub. So low impressions, you potentially have a title problem, not necessarily a price problem. The second thing is ensuring that your item specifics are complete. That's incredibly important in eBay. The third thing is pricing. And you can check your sold listings tab and look at comparative items. Now, if you are above 20%, threshold of 20% against comparable products or comparable items, you're not going to convert. The other opportunity here is to look at best offer. Best offer, enabling best offer, ensuring that you are converting when you can, attracting those buyers and getting offers. So let's look at Vinted. So Vinted is very different. So from dynamic, it's browse, it's discovery. Yes, there's search, but the first thing to look at is the hero image. Vinted's visual first, flat lay on white outperforms a hanger shot every time. That clarity of that hero shot is so important to stop that scroll and get someone interested. And that's doing more work than eBay. The second thing, which is clear, is Vinted skews younger, it skews more accessible, the pricing is a lot more competitive, you've got no seller fees, you've got much more pricing sensitivity. And we see that across eBay and Vinted when we look item by item, and our resellers are not pricing greedily on Vinted or eBay for that matter. And the dynamics are very different as to whether or not you go. So on Vinted, you're going round numbers, you're going lower. And on eBay, your price, you could get the opportunity to price a little bit higher, and you can price it, $14.99, $19.99. The third element to look at is not using the price drop. So likely, if you've got good photography, you've stopped the scroll, you've got buyers looking at, you've got them favoriting. They need to get a notification from you. They should have some engagement. It's a free engagement tool. And the final thing is, look, you potentially, the item fit, right? Have you got the right item for the audience? And that's also the right item from your store, which is ultimately your brand, right? If you're known for certain items, then that's an important indicator for the audience as to why they should buy from you. So before you relist or reprice, the thing to look at is the category of clothing. And this dynamic is different, right? So premium branded, you could argue that there's a skew for eBay. I increasingly think so Vinted, it's relevant for both. If you are selling more high street, we'd not recommend putting that on eBay. Vintage and dead stock actually applies to both, but fast fashion basics skews more towards Vinted. And if you think about, okay, is it on the right platform? Yes, you need to think about, okay, well, what are the dynamics and where's the fit? And then equally think about, okay, well, if I can cross list, do I have some items where they are relevant across multiple platforms? Well, in the case of Zipsale, you can import in and you can publish to 8 platforms at once, right, to increase your reach, if relevant, right? If you have an item that is cross-category and is relevant across both. So the listing is usually where it's lost. So if we look at an example here, which is picking up on the Ralph Lauren one I mentioned earlier, it is important to communicate, okay, the brand, the item type, the size, the color, the fit in the title. Your item specific should have all of the relevant item specifics from eBay, your description should incorporate measurements, condition detail, fabric and styling notes, and equally any search words that are relevant. And that's something that we look at with a lot of resellers. So what are the right search words? What are the right hashtags that will drive recognition in search and discovery? And the photo should be we would say a flat lay, white background, well laid out, fully ironed, fully appealing, and ready for a buyer to buy. And the difference is we see with some resellers, our resellers that we work with, the top resellers, we have sell-through rate of 40%, 48%, 50%, and days to sell of 4.95 days. So stock should not be sitting there. It should be priced, not just priced, but listed to sell, meaning optimized and accurate listings. Now, I'll show you a demo in a moment. I do want to share one thing, which is, I guess, what is unique to our system, which Dijon, I think, will cover briefly in a moment, is we have a process to doing this to help you to get highly accurate descriptions, or listings, which is titles, descriptions, measurements, which is you do the photos, you upload them to us in bulk, and we will deliver the live listings. It's as simple as that. Our AI is trained to do this, and that's what we do. So that's the simple process. Photos, you give us photos, we turn that into live listings and help you sell more, sell better, and sell faster. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dijon, my colleague, who's going to take you through a demo. So Dijon, over to you.
Hi, everyone. So mainly today I will show you some features from a platform, help you to listing effectively, and you can check, yes, you can review listing very effectively. The first things we would like to show is how to do the batch upload. If you log into our platform, you can see this upload here. Just click it, and there's a QR batch upload. So you can find items you are going to upload. So basically, we arrange this photo in this sequence. Whenever you have a lot of items, when you're going to take the photos of them, so take a QR code first, then a set of comment, another QR code, a set of comment, and in this sequence. So then what you need to do, just upload them in one go. So this probably have about 9 items. So we will upload them. So now it's processing. What this processing is doing is just trying to separate your items into correct set and give a SKU number for them. The SKU number is on the QR code. So it's processing. We'll show this later. So now it's done. So basically, this is images or the preview you will see. So they just separate them, put them in the correct set. Then you can actually processing them. So it's uploading to our server. So this part is where you're saving time now. So all the, if you can imagine, if you have 100 items, to take the photos and listing them could be very long time. It's probably usually take like 6 to 8 hours, depending on items, what information you want to give. But in our platform, everything you need to do is just uploading. Just give the images. So once give the images, you will see like now it's processing now. Once it's processed, so we show the complete. What a complete looks like. for examples, in our platform, you will see something like this. You see all the images here. That's what you uploaded. And you're given titles. So which the title will, we have a best practice template, which is SEO optimized. Title, description, we will fill these things for you. Of course, you can customize to fit in your own workflows. And also, you can see other the price we're given as well, condition, categories, size, and all the eBay necessary fields. You can use, you don't need to manually put in them anymore. You can imagine like filling this form, each item, you might spend like 2 to 3, 5 minutes already. Just find a proper word to fill in them. In our platform, just uploading, everything will be done. Yeah. So once they're done, you can publish them. Publish them is straightforward. You can do bulk publish. Show some examples. Just click this one, and you can. There's a listing here. You can click list and publish the eBay to what your platforms. So we can see some of the items has been complete. So all the fields has been filled. So that's part of it. You can just, everything you need to do, just uploading. So usually we see this save a lot of times. So we see, like, do you see when a customer have large volumes, like 100 per day, this you can do this just taking your photos, probably in like 1 hour, 90 minutes. Then we take care of the rest. And then you just do a bulk publishing. The second things we would like to show is the analytics, which can check in your performance of your store. So you can check in like the sell-through rate, your active listing, what have been sold, average time to sales. And we also break down all the different categories. So which give an indication of your items, which is the best sold, and you can buy more what you want to sell. So that's the analytic part. And to cross-listing, we suggest you go to Zipsales. Once you publish to the eBay, you just import them from the Zipsale console, then import them and publish to the target platforms which you want to. So that's everything I would like to share. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dijon. So yeah, you've seen there, so the batch upload, the listings, the description, the title, all of that is customizable, and we have various best practice to drive the sell-through and then through to the analysis which Dijon showed. So you can understand what your sell-through rate is by category, by item, to know what you should be buying, when you should be buying it, ultimately to drive more sales and faster. So we're trusted by resellers. I think we've done we've done over 600,000 listings so far. And we're very proud to work with a broad cross-section of resellers. And this is what some of them tell us. So very, very happy customers and partners. And we'd love to continue to deliver and help partners and customers and resellers sell more, sell faster, and sell more easily ultimately. So just in terms of, I guess, a few ideas or a few moves you could make this week. So one is to calculate your sell-through rate by platform, if you haven't done that already, and drill into eBay and Vinted. That's one thing. The second thing would be to find your 30-day items by platform, sort the actives by the oldest first, and look at, okay, what platform, what items are on what platforms, and where are there potential issues, and do the analysis and the review that we referenced a bit earlier, right? And then apply one fix per item. So title first, photo second, price third, platform fourth. Determine where there are issues, like is it a visibility problem? Is it impressions on eBay? Or is it fundamentally that actually, for whatever reason, a couple of your items were not photographed in the best possible way and they're suffering on Vinted? So those would be 3 moves we'd recommend this week. Now, we do have a workshop exclusive offer, which I'd share with you today. So as I said, what we do is we focus on delivering high quality, accurate listings. And we do that by taking your photos and turning them into live listings that sell. So we offer a free 2-week trial. So you get 50 free AI generated listings, a free setup, and then £10 or $15 off your first month. So there's no credit card required. To benefit from this offer, which will last until Friday midnight, you just need to sign up on our website, which you can do by going to aistetic.com and clicking on Start Free, or use the QR code here, that blue one at the top. And the second step is just to activate the offer. So if you point your phone at that green QR code, that will automatically pre-populate this code AI workshop to us, and you'll benefit from this offer. So yeah, 2 steps to benefit from this offer. Sign up and activate it on WhatsApp, and then from there we will set up a one-to-one setup. That's either over WhatsApp, if that's convenient, or we also do tutorials, so via WhatsApp, or a short telephone call, 10 to 15 minutes, to ensure that your setup is right for you and you're off and running with it. So that's the workshop exclusive offer. We do have some news from Zipsale, which is exciting. So Zipsale are introducing credits. So these are available now. So fresh news, so that you no longer need to, if you'd like to try Zipsale, you no longer need to have a monthly plan as such. You can purchase Zipsale credits. So do check that out on Zipsale's site right now. So thank you so much for joining. Dijong and I are just going to pause for a moment. If there are any questions on what we've shared today, any questions at all for us on listing flow or your specific situation, I'm more than happy to answer it. Whilst we wait for a moment to see if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to sign up now for the free for the offer that we've got, this exclusive offer. So with sign up our website and then activating on WhatsApp. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining. Appreciate it. And Dijong and I, everyone from Aistetic and Zipsale, we look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.